Hey guys, it's Risa. Welcome to my kitchen. I've been busy. I've been making my 2-ingredient Passover matzah bagels. How do they look? Not bad, huh? And I made an extra recipe of them because my brother said, "Where's mine?" So, you know, sharing is caring, and I like to make lots so that I also have things in my freezer. Today, I'm going to teach you one of my mother's recipes again, but I've changed it up to make it my own, and it's a 2 main ingredient matzah pancake, letka, whatever you want to call it, all right? And it is for Passover. But again, these recipes you can have all year round. You don't have to just wait. My mother said to me the other day, "How come we only make the brownies once a year? They're so good." And I said, "I don't know. We have to make it throughout the year too." Sometimes it's just more special when you have it during special occasions, right? So before I teach you this really easy recipe, like super easy, I want to remind you, please subscribe. And I like when you comment. I love your comments. And when you post my recipes on my Facebook group, WW Tips and Recipes by Risa. And if you have any questions, please don't be shy. I know you guys love to ask me questions. And sharing is caring. So don't forget to share this channel with everybody. We want other people on a health journey, not just WW Wellness at Work peeps. I do intermittent fasting, and you know, whatever journey you're on, that's okay, because you have to do what works for you. I don't judge anybody, and I hope they don't judge me. I just like being able to have everything in moderation, the 80-20 rule. So let's get started. You're gonna need a nice large skillet. Like, I like a large skillet because when I make these, you're gonna make about 4 nice size pancakes, or you can make mini ones as well, and you get about 4. And I like to just spray it with some canola oil spray, whatever cooking spray you have. I spray it really well, and then I'm going to use a teaspoon of some oil. Now this recipe calls for a couple of tablespoons, but I'm cutting it down to just a half a teaspoon. So it's going to be really low fat, all right? But of course, delicious. You're going to need 2 eggs, extra large eggs, and I'm using a 1/4 cup of egg whites. It calls for 3 eggs, but I just figured I'll just do it like this. For those of you that are on the green program, you can use a 1/4 cup of Egg Creations egg beaters, all right, to lower it down as well, the recipe. So basically, eggs you're gonna need, and Matzah Meal. Those are the 2 main ingredients, and we're only using a 1/2 cup, which is 6 smart points, all right? So for you on the blue and purple, it's 6 smart points for the whole recipe. And for those of you that are on the green program, you're counting the eggs as well. So depending on how much you eat, all right? So I'm just thinking, so that's 10, 6 and 4 is 10 because 2 smart points per egg. All right, those are the 2 main ingredients, all right? And I like egg whites, but again, you can use 3 eggs. You can change it up the way you want, and a 1/4 cup of water. So we'll get started, and then I'm going to show you what I like to add as well. So I'm using 2 extra large eggs, and a 1/4 cup of egg whites, a 1/4 cup of water. I like to whisk that first. Okay, so we're just gonna whisk that up. Really, really fast, easy. You're gonna put your skillet to a medium heat. I didn't want to put it on too quickly because I don't want it to get too hot on a low heat. And then I just add my 1/2 cup of Matzah Meal. Really, really fast and easy. And this is a great breakfast, brunch, side dish, right? Dinner or breakfast for dinner recipe. And I like to just add just a dot, as my girlfriend Fern says, of some pepper, just a little bit. Again, this is optional. I like to add some pink Himalayan salt. just sprinkle some in. You can use whatever salt you have. And again, this is optional. I like to add a little bit, just like a tiny drop of some onion powder and garlic powder. Just a little bit. It doesn't call for it in my mom's recipe, but I like flavor, my friends. And then you just whisk this together. Okay? Whisk, 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 and it will thicken up. It seems like it's loose a little bit at the beginning, but it will get thicker. So you just whisk it, and I just let it stand for a minute. Just keep whisking. And these are really, really delicious. Okay, so I'm just gonna add a little bit of my oil here. I have my new phone stand so you guys can see things a little bit better. So this is heating up nicely. We want it to be hot. So I'm just gonna add just a little bit. It says in the recipe, my mom's recipe, like full fat. I don't like anything with full fat. And you'll need a nice spatula as well to lift it up. Spatula. Okay. And this is gonna thicken up. And if it isn't that thick, you can also add just a drop more. I don't know why, usually this gets pretty thick. So I'm just adding maybe another teaspoon. Of course, you know, sometimes you measure it out a little bit quicker and it's not quite to the top. So I like it to be like a pancake consistency, okay? And you can even make this ahead of time and just put it in your fridge. They're super delicious. And I like it with a little bit of Greek yogurt or sour cream. You can sprinkle on a little sugar, cinnamon sugar, you know, whatever you like, or just like that, a little bit of applesauce on top. You can make homemade applesauce, which is delicious. And this is getting warm. I just turned it up a bit. And you'll see that you'll know when it's hot. You just put your hand over it a little bit. And I just take a spoon. And it's getting hot. Sometimes when you put your grill on too quickly, then it starts to get that fatty burn, you know, black, and I don't like that. So I rather take my time and make sure that it's cooking at a good temperature. Okay. So you can see as it stands, it gets even thicker. So you can make them big. You can make them small. You'll hear a little sizzle. And then I like to just get my spatula, my little spatula. I'm just looking for it so that I get all of this delicious batter. I made some of them a bit big. Turn it up a bit. Make room. And it really takes no time at all. So if you're hungry and you want to make something quickly, and you can store it in your fridge in a sealed container, or you can freeze these as well, and then just put them on a cookie sheet and bake them up again. So you can see what I've done here. Hold on a second. I made a little tiny one in the middle. So here they are. I'll turn it over in a second. So The key thing about any kind of pancake is you don't keep trying to flip them over. You just check the bottom carefully and see that they're browning, which I'm going to turn up a bit higher. And it just takes a few minutes. Let it cook, okay? Because you don't want it mushy inside. And we'll cook these up. But I just want to show you that they're nice and fluffy. They're super delicious. Okay, a nice brown on each side. You want them to get nice and brown before you flip them over, or they're gonna fall apart as well. So this one looks good. And just flip it over, just show you. Checking. That one isn't ready. So these ones are just taking a little bit longer to flip. This one's good. And it looks so nice and crispy on the outside. Just to show you. And they are really delicious. Again, you can have them plain. You can put a little bit of whipped cream. You can have them sweet. You can have them savory with some applesauce. And I hope you love this recipe. I'm going to finish cooking these babies up and enjoying this for brunch today. So take care. Again, don't forget to put a like, comment, or like and comment, and tell other people. And sharing is caring. Bye for now. Take care.